Hello, today's video we have the following content.
Zhan and Wang Yibo are rumored to be on the same stage again. There was no interaction throughout the whole process, and fans' dreams of eating sugar were shattered. Zhan and Wang Yibo were not seen on the same stage, which caused heated discussions. The two have been on parallel lines since the Untamed, with different career trajectories and fans fighting each other. In the entertainment industry, the relationship between stars is complicated and the topic continues to ferment. It is unknown whether they will be in the same frame in the future. We expect them to become a new traffic miracle or reflect on their own expectations. Zhan and Wang Yibo were not seen on the same stage, which made the whole fan circle explode a few days ago. Rumors, speculations, reversals, and finally a mess. It feels that these two people are more lively when they don't meet than when they meet. If you ask me, this scene is more complicated than the Untamed they played that year. That picture is too dramatic. Let's restore it first. A certain party preview was leaked, and the names of Zhan and Wang Yibo appeared side by side on the guest list, and the fans were instantly boiling. Since the Untamed became popular all over the country in 2019, the combined picture of this pair of Wongs and CP has become a rare treasure. Can you imagine it? Just like parents who have been divorced for many years suddenly announced that they would appear in the same frame at a family gathering, the sugar-eating party moved the small stool with great expectation, imagining the scene of fireworks on the spot. However, the actual situation is, throughout the party, the two seemed to be in invisible mode. One went on stage first, and the other left later, with zero communication, zero eye contact, and zero intersection. The fans' mood can be said to be first burned and then collapsed. This wave, it's not the same frame, but the two drew a Chu River and Han boundary in the air, and no one should cross the line. At this point, you may ask, what is the relationship between these two people in private? Is it really like what is circulated on the internet, a plastic brotherhood? Don't worry, let's go back to 2019, it was a turbulent summer. Zhan and Wang Yibo, relying on the roles of Wei Wuxin and Lan Wangji, became very popular overnight. At that time, the two were like double teammates in the game, cooperating closely, appearing in the same frame frequently, and cooperating tacitly, but in this circle, the rules of the world of fame and fortune are more complicated than games. It is good to have a high popularity, but the controversy and tearing that followed also gradually led them to two parallel lines. If you have friends in the fan circle, you should be able to imagine the style of the fan circle war in recent years. Zhan fans paved the way for their own top streamers, while Wang Yibo fans defend their all-round brother to the death. No one is convinced by anyone and they fight with each other on a daily basis. Some people may not understand. Are fans tearing each other apart over this matter between stars? The answer is, of course. The fan circle, to put it bluntly, is a giant online emotional community where everyone spontaneously forms a group to escort their favorite idols. You can say that this is generating electricity with love, but it is also a highly competitive opinion factory. The star team has to manage the fans, and the fans have to manage the stars. Once the opinions are not unified, it is the rhythm of the sky falling and the earth collapsing. Many people even think that Zhan and Wang Yibo appear less in the same frame, and the team deliberately distances them in order to cool down the fan circles on both sides. Of course, some people think that this wave of operations is not without benefits. After all, a close and distant relationship can make the topic continue to ferment. Look, this time they did not appear on the same stage, but they directly rushed to the top of the hot search and attracted countless eyeballs. Some people sighed, the entertainment industry is really a place where non-existent things can be hyped into a national drama. But then again, is the estrangement between Zhan and Wang Yibo really only due to external factors? In fact, not necessarily. Since the two became popular in 2019, their career trajectories have begun to part ways. Zhan focuses on film and television, challenges deep roles, and blooms in movies and TV series. Wang Yibo takes the path of comprehensive development. Variety shows, endorsements, and film and television are all open. This division of labor mode determines that it is difficult for them to have intersections. Moreover, in the arena of domestic entertainment, the more popular the star, the more carefully he needs to maintain his image and capital to avoid being affected by various joint effects. After all, if you are not careful, you may become a supporting role in the gossip headlines. You see, The logic of the entertainment industry is so magical. On the one hand, fans want to see their idols have unlimited possibilities. On the other hand, the market likes to use barriers to create topics. Therefore, the relationship between artists is like the kind of display items that seem very close, but are actually separated by thick glass. You think you can reach out and touch, but in fact it is very far away. Of course, this kind of drama is not limited to Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo. For example, Liu Yifei and Yang Zi have recently been rumored to be at odds because of their cooperation in a drama. Acting competition. Role allocation. Topics and controversies one after another. But think about it carefully, how many of these topics are based on facts, and how many are carefully designed by capital. For example, Zhan, whose acting skills exploded in Wind-Blowing Half Summer, was once called the dark horse of Chinese dramas, but he was always stuck in the quasi-first-line position. Is this a problem of personal ability, or the result of capital allocation? These questions are obviously difficult to determine based on speculation from the outside world alone. So let's go back to the original question, will Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo appear in the same frame again one day in the future? Who knows? In the entertainment industry, everything is possible. Maybe they really said goodbye to each other long ago and are doing well, or maybe, one day, the voices of the market and fans will allow them to reunite and become a new traffic miracle. But then again, instead of dwelling on their relationship, we should think about our own expectations. What are we expecting? Is it the good memories of Wangsun, or the voyeurism of celebrities' relationships? After all, celebrities are just ordinary people under the spotlight. Their relationship is part of the story, not the whole story. Recently, some media on the internet exposed the summary list of business partners of the 2025 Spring Festival movies. Many highly anticipated movies are on the list, including The Legend of the Condor Heroes starring Xiao Zhan, as well as big productions such as Fengshen 2, Operation Jialong, and Bunny Bears. Although in terms of the number of business partners, The Legend of the Condor Heroes currently only has Xiao as a partner, which does not have an advantage in terms of quantity, but this does not mean that its prospects are not optimistic. After all, the box office of a movie ultimately depends on the audience's response and market performance, rather than the number of business partners alone. As a highly watched movie, Xiao Zhan's The Legend of the Condor Heroes has laid the foundation for the success of the film due to its popularity and topicality. Despite the small number of business partners, Xiao Zhan's influence and fan base are enough to support the box office performance of the movie. The audience is full of expectations for his new work, and the final results will also depend on the quality of the film and the audience's response. Although the number of business partners of The Legend of the Condor Heroes is relatively small, this does not prevent it from becoming one of the popular films in the Spring Festival. The support and word of mouth of the audience are the key to determining the box office. It is reported that after the 2025 Spring Festival movie business summary was exposed, The Legend of the Condor Heroes starring Xiao Zhan and Zhang Dafui was on the list, but it did not have an advantage in the number of business partners. Currently, only Xiao is visible. In contrast, Fengshen 2 and Operation Jialong have more partners, showing their advantages in business development. It has to be said that the competition in the 2025 Spring Festival is very fierce, and many big-budget movies are vying for the audience's attention. However, although The Legend of the Condor Heroes has relatively few business partners, Xiao Zhan's brand influence and the appeal of the film itself cannot be underestimated. The choice to release it on the first day of the Lunar New Year is obviously based on confidence in the film's strong strength and potential. According to the current online reviews, the expected box office of the film is still very competitive, especially Xiao Zhan's fan base and market appeal, which are enough to support the film's good performance during the Spring Festival. Despite the extremely fierce competition, The Legend of the Condor Heroes still has a box office potential that cannot be ignored with its strong cast and Xiao Zhan's huge influence. The ultimate success depends on the quality of the film, the audience's reputation and the overall market response. Judging from the fans' response, everyone sent their blessings to Xiao Zhan's new movie The Legend of the Condor Heroes in the comment area, full of enthusiasm. Although there is still some time before the first day of the Lunar New Year, various news about the 2025 Spring Festival file has emerged on the internet, and fans' expectations and discussions have also heated up. Everyone is looking at this information rationally. After all, It is not the moment to decide the final performance of the movie. It is obviously unwise to open champagne halfway. The competition in the 2025 Spring Festival file is very fierce. There are indeed many movies worth looking forward to. The number and exposure of business partners are only one aspect, which is not equivalent to the final box office performance. When choosing to support a movie, everyone should make decisions based on their own interests and tastes, not just based on various business data or external evaluations. After all, it is the audience's real feedback and word of mouth that ultimately determine the box office of a movie. Zhan's The Legend of the Condor Heroes has great potential in terms of cast, film themes and fan base. I hope that everyone can look at it rationally when watching the movie, and not blindly follow the trend. Each movie has its own unique charm. We can find the one we like among these many excellent works and enjoy the movie feast that belongs to the Spring Festival file. In short, I wish Zhan all the best. I have been looking forward to the first day of the Chinese New Year. I have already made an appointment with my relatives and friends to go to the cinema to watch The Legend of the Condor Heroes. Although we do not have an advantage in the number of business partners, it does not matter. Support is enough.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.